प्रणाम।
धन्यवाद प्रणाम हरि ओम। जय श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गंधार्विक गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा विनोद बिहारी जू की जय। श्री गोविंद गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन जू की जय। नित्यालल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज श्री गुरुदेव की जय। नित्यालल प्रविष्टम विष्णुपाद शतर शत शिशिमार भक्ति वेदांत वामन गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shishimar Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shishimar Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnupara Shuttara Shishimar Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Maha Bhagavat Shila Gorksharas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Vaiṣṇavas Sarvabhauma Shila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shila Bhalat Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishta Shila Bhakti Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Nityalala Pravishtam Vishnuvat Bhakti Rakshak Sridhara Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. All the associates of Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, and all the disciples and followers of those associates Ki Jai. Jai Srila Baladev Vijibhushan Prabhu Ki Jai, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Ki Jai, Shri Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Trai Ki Jai, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Pad Ki Jai, Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath, Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Dasagunath, Sharda Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Surup Damodar Rai Ramanandari, Shri Gaur Parshad Vrinda Ki Jai, Namachay Shri Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासरी गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री क्षेत्र मंडल गौर मंडल व्रज मंडल मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। सर्व अभीष्ट प्रदात गिरिराज महाराज की जय। श्री राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड की जय। श्री यमुना देवी गंगा देवी की जय। श्री तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी की जय। श्री भक्ति देवी की जय। श्री पूर्णमासी योग माया की जय। श्री गोपेश्वर महादेव की जय। जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जय समागत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Okay, we'll do the Mangala Charan and then begin. Ajnanatirmirandasya ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। श्रीसिद्धान्तसरस्वतीति विदितो गौडीयगौर्वन्वये भातो भानुरिव प्रभात गगने योगोरसंकीर्तनाय मायावारतिमिङ्गिलो दरगतान् उद्धृत्य जीवनिमान् कृष्णप्रेमसुधाब्धिगाहनसुखं प्रदत्प्रभुं तं भजे। वन्दे भक्तिविनोदं श्रीगौरशक्तिस्वरूपकम् भक्तिशास्त्रज्ञसम्राजं राधारससुधानिधिं नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानन्दनामिने Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayang Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Rishabhanusutanvitavamatanum Yamunatatanagaranandasutam Muralikalagita-vinodaparang Bhajagodrumakananakunjavidum Smaragoragadadarkelikalam Bhavagoragadadarapakshacharam Shrinugauрагададарачарукатхаং Bhajagodrumakananakunjavidum Tavaivasmi na jivami tvaya vina Itti vigyaya devi tvang nayamang charanantikam Bhaktya vihina aparada lakshai क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितराङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वं शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् भज श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्या प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौरभक्तवृन्दा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, dear devotees. Um, Nri Hari Prabhu was here and then he left. I see Nitai Mukeshji, Rukmini Didi, Amal Krishna Prabhu, Krishna Premavati Didi, Sarveshwari Mataji. And let's see on YouTube and Facebook. Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj. And I see there are 5 devotees there right now. Guessing Raseshwari Mataji and Indira Mataji are there. And also pranams to all the devotees watching in the future, like Shachi Devi, Jayadev Prabhu, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Ananda Pradayani Didi, Vrinda Didi, and Anuradha Mataji. And also Krishna Maya Didi. So we are continuing our program going through. We're on week 4, day 2, going through the songs filled with longing, Lālasā, by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. On the first day, we went through the songs of the 4 songs to Guru in the Bhajan Lālasā section. And today we will be going through in Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Kalyana Kalpataru, in the second, Kalyana Kalpataru is the wish-fulfilling vine of auspiciousness, of kalyan, of our ultimate welfare. And from that tree comes 3 major branches. The first branch is Upadesh. Those are the 19 songs with instructions to the mind. And then the second branch from that tree is Upalabdhi. So when you follow the instructions of Upadesh, you're really following this process, and you're dealing with every single anartha. And so you're really, you've started bhajan kriya and you're really working on the anarthas. Then you'll start to get some realization. Some upalabdhi means realization. And That section is divided into three parts. First, you get realization that arises from um, anutap, remorse. You start to realize how much time I wasted and all these opportunities I had to engage, to be with sadhus and all these, and you start to really deeply feel, um, yeah, this deep remorse, regret. And then after that um, comes, was it virakta? Anyways, disenchantment. You start to feel disgusted with this with this material world. You start to feel actual genuine renunciation. Like, okay, and there's songs in there like Oreman bhalo nahi lage e sangsar. I do not like this sangsar. Like you start to feel, yeah, really just disgusted with material life. And and then comes the section Sambandha Abhideya Prayojan, upalapti. Start to get realization of of our sambandha and abhideya, the means to first you understand my relationship with Krishna, and and now you really begin the process. Like you're really starting to engage in serious, sadhan to attain the prayojan, the ultimate goal. And you become clear on what you need to do and where you want to go. And so that's all the upalabdhi section. And then finally comes the uchavas section of Kalyana Kalpataru. That's the third branch, uchavas. And uchavas means like an overflowing of emotion. So it's all a very natural progression. And and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur made these songs. They are really a desire tree. It's not that the songs are just prayers, but within the prayers is the like what Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying for. The that that the result of that prayer is contained within the song. They are wish fulfilling trees. This whole that's why he said this whole book is a wish fulfilling trees um of us of ultimate welfare. And so in that Uchavasa section, the third branch, it first starts off with, I think it's some prarthana, prayers of yeah, actually let's look. And then anyways, and then the second section of that is um Lalasmai Prarthana. Yeah, I think the first section is Samparthana. So, sorry, no, just Samparthanatmika. So these are all deep prayers, um, praying for mercy. And then there is Lalasmai. And then those are prayers that are imbued with this lalasa, with this yearning and longing. And all the songs in the lalasa section, as we've mentioned before, that it's all the songs have the word kabe all throughout. When oh when oh when. And so that's what we're going through now is Prarthana Lalasmai from the Uchava section of Kalyana Kalpataru. Probably could have said that in a lot fewer words, but these are the first four songs. Oh, and Haribo, Nri Hari Prabhu, and Bhavatarani Mataji, and Deepika Didi. Hare Krishna. All right. Kabe Mor Shubhodin. Actually, do you want to just, because these songs are so beautiful, let's just read the translation, just get a very quick recap of the four Gurudev songs that we went through yesterday. And you'll notice the theme throughout all of them is he's praying to Shri Guru that I can begin to actually chant Krishna Nam. Not like I'm chanting right now, with but that I can actually follow this third verse of Shikshashtak, Tarnadapi Sunichena, so that I can always chant the name and I won't be disturbed by every single thing that happens to me. I'll be able to tolerate everything and I'll be able to fix my mind and not do everything as a show, but I'll actually be able to genuinely chant the name happily without offense. So he says, O Gurudev, give me a drop of mercy and make this servant more humble than a blade of grass. Give me the strength to tolerate everything and free me from my desire for recognition. Give me the power, O Master, to honor everyone according to their due. Then I shall chant the holy names of Sri Hari blissfully, and all my offenses will be vanquished. When will this person receive such mercy and thus be successful, O Master? I am devoid of strength and intelligence, and am extremely fallen. Kindly make, kindly make me your own. Koromore atmasata. If you consider my qualification, but actually I think this means if I consider my qualification, I find nothing of value. Your mercy is the essence of my existence. If you are not merciful, then, bitterly weeping, I will no longer maintain my life. Right? I should make this when I consider my qualification. On considering my qualification, I find it's nothing of value. Yeah. Then the next song. O Gurudev, you have very mercifully given me a place in Godrum within the forest of Sri Gauramandal. You have ordered me to dwell in this place, which is non-different from Vraj, and to chant the holy names of Sri Hari. But when, O Master, will you mercifully bestow upon this servant the qualification to fulfill your order? Or also the qualification that he's mentioning in this previous song, Jogata Vichare, that when I consider my qualification, I have none. I'm not able to honor Vaishnavas. I'm able to recognize them and deal with them accordingly. And so I make so many offenses, and therefore I'm not able to chant Harinam. So when I consider my sorry. So when will you give me that qualification to be able to chant Harinam and honor all Vaishnavas? At that time, my minds will be peaceful. I shall tolerate all that happens, and I shall earnestly perform bhajan of Sri Hari. In childhood and youth, absorbed in dull material pursuits, I developed wicked habits. Due to the reactions of my own misdeeds, this body has become an impediment to performing bhajan. Now, in old age, I have been stricken by the 5 diseases of the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, or also the 5 afflictions, the pancha klesh, which is avidya, asmita, rag, dvesha, and abhinivesha. It's ignorance, this false ego of I and mine, attachment, aversion, and clinging to material life. Now, please tell me, how can I perform bhajan when I'm in this state, being stricken by these 5 diseases? Weeping and weeping, I have fallen at your lotus feet, greatly overwhelmed. And then the third song, O Gurudev, when will that day be mine? Making my mind steady and sitting in a solitary place, I will sing Shri Krishna's names. At that time, worldly topics will not enter my ears, and the diseases of the body will remain far away. This Pancha Klesh in the previous song. While chanting Hare Krishna, finally, because I'm actually chanting sincerely and I'm free from aparad, then while chanting Hare Krishna, tears will flow from my eyes. The hair of my body will stand on end, and I shall become overwhelmed with prem. The words from my mouth will become choked. My body will tremble, perspire constantly, and turn pale in color, and I will become stunned as if devastated. So Harinam will finally actually be able to touch me. It will have its real effect on me. And it will, then I'll start to go through these Ashtasattvic bhavs. So this is like Nayanam Galadashudharaya, right? In Shikshashtakam. Started out with Trinadapi Sunichena, and now it's coming to Nayanam Galadashudharaya. So when shall I attain such a sincere state that I will continuously sing the holy names? At that time, remaining absorbed in ecstasy and doing only what is necessary to maintain my body, I shall receive your mercy. This is when I'll really receive your mercy. And O Gurudev, this is the fourth song, the last song. O Gurudev, when, by the manifestation of your mercy, with a deep conviction that Sri Gauranga's Leelas are eternal truth, will I chant the name of Hari and wander throughout the forest of Godrum with the aspiration to witness those Leelas. Nitai, Gauranga, Advaita, Shivas, and Gadadhar. These five personalities will flood the entire universe with the nectar of Shri Krishna's name by performing Maha Sankirtan. With my own ears, I shall hear the pastimes of dancing and the playing of the mridanga. Constantly beholding the sweetness of these pastimes, I will float in the flood of prem. Upon losing my vision of these jewel-like pastimes, I shall cry out, Ha Gauranga! The materialists will proclaim me to be a madman and throw dust on my body. Yeah, these songs are so important. Okay, so now we come to the topic, the kirtans. These are the beginning kirtans of the Prarthana Lālasā section of Kalyana Kalpataru. Kabe mor shubha din hoibe udoy. Just checking if anybody else joined. I see Vraj Kishori Didi and Vidya Lālasā Didi. Dandavat pranams. Haribo. Okay. So I'm just going to go through I don't have, I didn't actually look at these songs beforehand, and so we'll see if any ideas come. Otherwise, we'll just go through the meaning of all the words. Kabe mor shubha din. Remember, this week, all the songs are filled with the word kabe. Kabe, kabe, kabe. When will that auspicious day dawn that I attain the shelter of Sri Vrindavan Dham? Whoa, that kind of rhymes. Sorta. Dham and Don. So, so when Shubha Din, Kabe Mor, when will that auspicious day, Shubha Din, be more, be mine? When will that Hoibe, will that Udoy Hoibe? Udoy means the dawning, like when the sun rises, it's Surya Udoy, the dawning. So when will that auspicious day dawn that I attain the shelter? That Vrindavan, Dham, will be, Hoibe means will be, Mama Ashray. That will be my ashray, my shelter. Ghuchibe Sangsara Jwala. The burning of material existence. Jwala means the burning of sangsar. Ghuchibe. It will be extinguished. And also Vishaya Vasana. This, my desires, my yearning for enjoyment will also, Ghuchibe, will also be extinguished. And then in the association of Vaishnavas, Vaishnav Sangsarge, more more kamana puribe. My, more means my kamana, my desires, my many desires that are pulling me here and there, and which is disturbing me, so I can't just focus and actually do this process peacefully. But no, all my transcendental desires, all these longings within these songs where it says kabe 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 kabe, so all these desires will be puribe. They will be fulfilled. Dhulai dhusar hoye hari sankirtane. So being covered in dust. That's dhulai, in dust. That means in dust, and dhusar, being completely covered. Hoye, having become completely covered in dust of Vraj. or the Vaishnav's foot dust also. Braj is filled with the Vaishnav's foot dust. It's filled with, oh God, there's an amazing class that my Gurudev gave on the dust of Braj. Anyways, but so becoming covered in dust as I engage in Hari Sankirtan, I will become overwhelmed. I'll become maddened. Matta means maddened, intoxicated. I'll become intoxicated. Pore, and I will fall, and robo, and I will remain Vaishnav Charani, at the feet of the Vaishnavas, covered in dust, intoxicated in Hari Sankirtan. I will fall, pore, and I will remain Vaishnav Charani, at the feet of the Vaishnavas. Kabe Shri Yamuna Tire Kadamba Kanane. Kabe, when Yamuna Tire, on the bank of the Yamuna, Kadamba Kanane, in a Kadamba forest, will I behold, Heribo, will I behold, Hriday Nayane, with the eyes of my heart, the heart eyes, Hriday Nayane. So with the eyes of my heart, I will behold Yugal Roop, the beautiful form of the divine couple. I remember reading in the because that this word Yugal Roop comes at the end of Sonyam Dwadashakam, and I read one translation. It said Yugal Kishores, like the Yugal means the divine couple, and Roop can also mean Rupa Manjari. So when will I behold the divine couple's Rupa Manjari? Or it can mean Roop, the beautiful form of the divine couple. I think here it just means the beautiful form of the divine couple. But if you wanna, you know, that's just because also with these songs there are many meanings, and the more you sing them, the more you come back to them, then deeper and deeper meanings come. So that's why translations are sometimes they're limiting because they just show one meaning of the song, but there could be many more other deeper meanings. So kabe saki kripa kori yugal sevai niyukta koribe. So kabe means when will a saki, being most merciful to me, being out of mercy, she will niyukta koribe. She will engage me in yugal seva, in the service to the divine couple. And more means me. So she will engage me. She will engage me. Raki nijapai, keeping me close to her feet. Nijapai means her feet. Raki, she's keeping me. Rakia, she's keeping me there. Kabe ba jugala lila kori darashan prema ananda bhore ami hoibo hovo achetan. So kabe va, when you put a va at the end of kabe, it intensifies it. So, oh when will I behold kori darshan? Will I have darshan of yugal lila, of the pastimes of the divine couple? And then premananda bhore, then filled with premananda, with the bliss of prem, the ecstasy of prem. Ami, I will hobo achetan. I will become completely. I will lose consciousness. I'll fall down unconscious. Then koto kan achetani poriyarohibo, apana sharir ami kabe pasharibo. Then, when having fallen into that unconscious state for a considerable time, koto kan means for a considerable time, achetani poriyarohibo, having remained in that unconscious state, then apana sharir, my body, ami kabe pasharibo. When will I completely forget my body? This material body, everything connected to this body, this material world, this sense of I am Madhukar, I am from America, I have like all these bodily designations, everything. I'll completely forget everything. I'll forget it all because I'm so deeply absorbed in who I truly am, my real form, the real I-ness and my-ness. What is my real name? What is my real relationship with Krishna? What are my services? What are my relationships with all the all the residents in Vraj? That will be my only identity. I'll forget my body. What was that? That was a, just a dream that I've even forgot about in the dream. And then Uttiya smaribo puna achetan kale. Then upon arising, smaribo, I will again remember. Puna means again. I will again remember. Achetan kale. Um, ja dekhino Krishna lila bhasi anki jale. I will again remember the Krishna lila, those pastimes of Krishna that um dekino that I have seen, all those ja dekino, all that I have seen achitan kale at the time when I was in that state of unconsciousness, in that period of unconsciousness. And bhasi anki jale. So and then jal, this water, these tears from my eyes will bhasya, will just overflow. Tears will overflow from my eyes, remembering the all the pastimes of Krishna that I saw achetan kale at the time of when I was unconscious. And then kakuti minati kori Vaishnava sadhani. So in the at the residence of the Vaishnavas, the Vaishnav sadhan, that's the residence of the Vaishnavas, minati koriya, in humble supplication to them. Kakuti Minati Korea. Kakuti and Minati are both kind of like they both mean this like humble, intense entreaty. Bolibo Bhakti Bindu Deho E Durjane. Bolibo, I will say, Bhakti Bindu Deho E Durjane. Please give me just one drop of bhakti to this fallen person, to this wretch, to this Durjan. Shri Ananga Manjarir Charana Sharan. A Bhakti Vinod, sorry, a Bhakti Vinod Asha Kore Anukan. So Anukan means at every moment, constantly, Asha Kore. At constantly, this Bhakti Vinod keeps this aspiration that I will attain the shelter of the feet, charan, of Sri Ananga Manjari. At every moment, Bhakti Vinod aspires for the shelter of the feet of Sri Ananga Manjari. And you see in this stage of bhav, when there's constantly when the sadhak is constantly getting these spurtis, they get these glimpses of Radha and Krishna's pastimes, and then they fall unconscious, and then they they return to consciousness and they begin weeping. And this is something that happens like in so many of these songs. This is what happens, he'll explain this whole scene of becoming disgusted with material life, falling at the feet of the Vaishnavas, and then getting these spurtis, and then falling unconscious, and then coming back to consciousness, and then remembering what you experienced when you're unconscious, and then weeping like that. That this is like the uh, this is what, and completely forgetting about all our material identity, anything of this world. Nothing of this world matters at all. Once you've experienced what your true self is, then anything that happens in this world, no matter how terrible it is, doesn't even seem real because everything here is so temporary. Yeah. So then the next song is Shri Guru Vaishnava Kripa. This song is very neat. This song you'll see at verse 6. When will I directly associate with Srila Narottam Das Thakur, and when will the ras of his composition Prarthana enter my heart? And if you've ever seen Prarthana, most of the songs in Prarthana are these Lalasa songs, praying for and he's praying for like all the details of like when I'm serving Radha and Krishna, and I will do this and I will do that, and the Sakis will order me to do this, and it's all these songs of yearning. And I wrote a post about this. Let me just I'm not going to read the post right now, but it's on Vine. I forgot to mention it that I wrote this post, but on Vine of Devotion, if you go to vineofdevotion.com, the last post I made, the life of our prayers, Lālasā, yearning, and there's a whole thing. I found this in a few different places. How Srila Gurudev, in his commentary of Bhajanahasya 6.9, and I think he's quoting from Srila Jiva Goswami, he says that there are two types of prayers of longing. There's Samparthanatmika Vigyapti. It's a prayer by a sadhak in whom rati, spiritual emotion, rati means bhav. So in whom rati, this bhav, has not yet awakened. And this prayer is full of longing, but it is a prayer for awakening, for the awakening of that bhav. And then there's Lālasā Vigyapti. Vigyapti means entreaty. So then an entreaty filled with this longing. And this is a prayer by Ajata Rati Bhakta, that in one in whom bhav has already appeared. And this is a direct yearning for specific service in that spiritual body, in their Siddha Deha. So all these songs that we're going through of like when he's praying for specific services and when will I serve in this way? When will I do this? These are all actually not our prayers at all. These are only the prayers of really truly the prayers of a bhav, somebody who's reached the stage of bhav. So when we're looking at this, we're looking at it not as like these are actually my prayers, but we're looking at it as these are what I want my prayers to be. So it's not yet our aspiration yet, genuinely, our genuine aspiration, but we're aspiring for this aspiration. Right? Lalasmai Vigyapti is a prayer in which, this is what my Gurudev says exactly. Lalasmai Vigyapti is a prayer in which such a devotee prays to attain his desired seva. And Sampartanatmika Vigyapti, however, is a prayer by a sadhak in whom Rati is not yet awakened. In such a prayer, Lalasa, or longing, is also present, but there's an absence of bhav. And yeah, if you want to read this, I, I, I go through Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj in the Art of Sadhana. He explains um, how a synonym for this lalasa is lolya, greed. And anyways, he explains about the qualification for this, and you can check it out. And then also you can select your 4 songs for the week. So far, only 9 people selected. So okay. So Shri Guru Vaishnava Kripa. How many days will pass? And so this song here, these are all like related. You can see this is what like Srila Narottam Das Thakur's kirtans in Prarthana. They're all most of them are these Lalasa songs, praying for these ones that like with the devotee on the stage of Bhav, what they're praying for. And so in this song, he's praying, when will these prayers actually be my prayers? Like, when will I be on the stage of Bhav when I'm actually praying in this? And Narottam Das Thakur's words are actually entering my heart. So that's what this song is about. So, Shri Guru Vaishnava Kripa Koto Dine Habe. How many days will pass? Koto Din Habe. Before I receive the mercy of Shri Guru and the Vaishnavas. Because there's like one kind of receiving the mercy of like, okay, now I'm now with devotees, I'm starting this process and like that. But when will I actually receive the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas? Because when I'm actually able to receive their mercy, then this will be my condition. They'll raise me up to the stage of Bhav where these actually are my prayers. And then Upadi Rahit Rati. That rati, that bhav, which is unencumbered by false self-designation, this false sense of I and mine. So this genuine rati will awaken within my heart. Chitte upajive will awaken within my chitta. Because really, when you're on the stage of rati, on the stage of bhav, that's when you begin to see all the details of who you are and your ekadash bhavs and like all every detail of what your name is, what clothes you wear, what your service is, where your all these 11 things start to you start to actually directly experience it and understand it. The whole last chapter of Harinam Chintamani is about this. And and so at that point, all your temporary you start to understand your real I, the real I, your eternal I, and the details of that. Not just like in a broad sense, like understanding your sambandha, but you actually understand the details. And so then whatever details you have, whatever this temporary upadi that of this like you have billions of births and this particular birth, it means zero. It means nothing. You're completely devoid of that. And that's when you make these prayers. Then when will my Siddha Deha be revealed? My true eternal form. At that time, a Saki will show me the playful pastimes of the divine couple. Saki dekaibe, dekaibe. She will show me more, more means to me, Yugal Vilas, the playful pastimes of Yugal. When my Siddha Deha will become Prakash, Hoibe Prakash. But when will that happen? Dekite dekite rupa, hoivo batul. So dekite dekite means gazing, like steadily gazing on the rup, their beauty, their beautiful forms. Hoivo batul. I'll become completely batul. I'll become mad, completely like a crazy person. And kadamba kanani jabo taji jati kul. And I will immediately go to the Kadamba forest, leaving aside jati kul, all kith and kin, all my friends and family. I'll just give them all up and run to the forest like a mad person. And then Sweda Kampa Pulakashu Vaivarnya Palai Stamba Swara Bhed Kabe Hoibe Udoy. When will all these symptoms, all these external symptoms of the Satika Bhavs, which is perspiration, trembling, horripilation, tears, fading of bodily complexion, devastation, becoming motionless, and having a choked voice. All of these symptoms these 8 symptoms of bhav will all arise on my body. Then bhavamoy, Vrindavan. And Heribo Nayane. And with my eyes, I will behold this bhavmoy Vrindavan, this Vrindavan, which is completely filled with bhav, with this emotion for Krishna. All the trees, all the creepers, all the animals, everything in Vrindavan is completely filled with this intense love for Krishna. And Sakir Kinkari Hoye, Sakir Kinkari Hoye, Sevibo Dujane. Oops, I forgot to put a dot over the N. Um, and then becoming as a maidservant of a Saki. Hoye, having become a maidservant of a Saki. Sevibo Dujane. I will engage in service, Sevibo, of Dujane, of these 2 people, the divine couple. Kobe Narottama Saha Shakshat Hoibe. When will I, Shakshat means direct, I'll directly be Saha with Narottam. When will that, Kabe Hoibe, when will that day be mine? When I'll directly associate with Narottam Das Thakur. I won't just be making prayers to him, but I'll actually be with him. And Kabe Va, that's intensely saying, oh, when will the Prarthana Ras, the Ras of his book Prarthana, Chitte Praveshive, when will the Ras of his prayers in the book Prarthana enter my heart? Chaitanya Daser Das Chari Anyarati. This servant of the servant, Daser Das of Lord Chaitanya, Chari Anyarati, giving up all other kinds of attachments, Kara Juri, with folded hands, Mage, he begs, Aj, today, he now begs. Aj means today, it means now, Shri Chaitanya Mati, that to be absorbed in Shri Chaitanya. I want to give up all my all. So this song is actually such a perfect song because it's praying to be able to pray also. praying for the real, and this is what happens when you get the real mercy of Sri Guru and the This is what it means to have the mercy of Guru and Vaishnavas. Because isn't it, what is the sadhan is, it's only really considered sadhan if we're object with our objective in what we're doing is bhav. And if whatever we're doing is not with that direct objective of wanting to attain bhav, then what we're doing is not actual real sadhan. I mean, that's explained in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What is the verse? Seva sadhaka rupena, siddha rupena. No, no. Um, what is it? Anyway, sorry. Kriti sadhya bhavet sadhya bhav sa sadhana bheda nitya siddhasya bhavyasa prakritam hriti sadhyata. Okay, so now the next song, Amar Emon Bhagya. What time is it? Oh my God, I only have 10 minutes. Okay, I'll go through this a little bit more quickly now. Amar Emon Bhagya koto din habe. After how long will Emon Bhagya, will such fortune be mine? That Amar Amare Apana Boli. Jani Ve Vaishnave. Ah, it's such a beautiful line here. That the Vaishnavas, they will consider me Apana Bolia. They'll consider me to be their own. To be to be Amare. Now Apan. Amare means to me, they'll consider me Apan. Apana Bolia Janive. They'll say, yes, this is my person. He's one of us. And this and all our practices, like this is something I always think about, like all the rules and regulations. You could perform the rules and regulations because, oh, it's written in Shastra that you have to do this and you have to do this and you should do this and you should do this and like that. And so then, but there's no, I don't know, I don't find that very inspiring. I'm just not like so inspired to follow Shastra, I guess. But something that makes me do feel like, wow, I want to become one of them. I want them to see me not as some outsider who has no culture, who doesn't do anything, but I want them to look at me as being one of their own. And oh, there's this. Oh, can I just show you this really quick? I mean, we've read through this a couple times, but the panacea. I'll just read this one paragraph here, and this is really what I. One second. This is what we want. We want the Vaishnavas to see us as one of their own. Here. So Srila Bhakti Rakshakshira Goswami Maharaj, in this beautiful article, The Panacea, he says, in conclusion, my advice is that you should try to be submissive to the Vaishnav devotees. Submissiveness to them, uh, one second. Okay. Yaroslav, I don't know who that is, but okay. Anyways, I think it's okay now. So, in conclusion, my advice is that you should try to be submissive to the Vaishnav devotees. Submissiveness to them will promote your spiritual merit. We shall also pray, O Lord, my bad temperament stands in the way of my association with the devotees. One second, I'm just going to. I put Yaroslav in the waiting room because I don't know who that is, and he's doing something on the screen. Okay, so um, we shall also pray, O Lord, my bad temperament stands in the way of my association with the devotees. Please remove it. And I'm going to open up the waiting room just in case anybody else tries to enter. If that, uh, one second, just give me a second. I'm just in case we get like one of those troll things. How do I do that again? Um, whatever. Somebody else comes in. Um, okay, let me just, okay, so we shall also pray, O Lord, my bad temperament stands in the way of my association with the devotees. Please remove it. Association with the devotees of the Lord is a primary necessity. It improves our position with the higher. So we shall always remain in prayer to the Lord. O my Lord, this bad temperament in me, this inconsiderate thinking, and this feeling concerning the outer world is disturbing my association with the higher Vaishnav devotees. They are the real source of improving our inner wealth. So please purify me by dismissing all these tendencies in my mind which the devotees sections do not adore. We shall always try to be in such a position that the servants of the Lord will like our company, and they will like our company and service. They will utilize me, for this is my primal necessity. If they do not like my presence due to some contamination in me, then it will be a loss to my spiritual life. So we shall have to repent. So this is my prayer. Let me just remove this. How do I remove it all at once? So I don't know how to use Zoom very well. These little dots are annoying me though. Okay, there. Okay, done. Sorry, guys. uh, uh, okay, so after how long will such fortune be mine that the Vaishnavas consider me their own? Amare apana boli, jani be Vaishnave. Maddens by drinking the honey wine of nectar from the lotus feet of Sri Guru Charanamrita. I will sing praises of Krishna in Vrindavan. I love this. Madhvika Sevane, the wine, the honey wine of Seva. Oh no, Sevan means by drinking. Yeah, by drinking the Madhvika, the honey wine of Sri Guru Charanamrita. Matta hoye, I'll become completely intoxicated by that honey wine of Guru Charanamrita, and I will sing praises of Krishna in Vrindavan. Krishna gun gabo Vrindavani. Persons motivated by gain, those who seek impersonal knowledge, and those who are envious or neglectful of Sri Krishna will reject this beggar with contempt. Karmi Gyani Krishna Dveshi Bahir Mukjan Grina Korea. They will completely reject me with contempt. They'll grina means dislike. Varjan means they will reject me. Grina Korea, like with contempt. They'll reject this akinchan, this beggar. We see at the ends of that last song to Sri Guru also, right? He's saying, Amare Vishai Pagala Bolia. All the Vishais will consider me to be a complete madman. We want to be hated, or just like, we want all these different kinds of people, the karmis, the gyanis, those who are Krishna Dveshi, all these Bahir Mugjan. We want them to reject us with contempt. The smarta ritualist, dulled by materialism, will conclude that I am devoid of proper religious conduct and that I am deeply disturbed. This person is deeply ashanta. He has issues. He is deeply disturbed. And Batul Bolia, considering me to be Batul, mad, the proud scholars, the Pandit Abhimani, the proud pundits, and the Mayavadi speculators, Tyajiba Amar Sangha, they will shun my company. These Mayavadi Gyanis, these Pandit Abhimanis. Kusanga Rohita Deki Vaishnava Sujan, seeing that I have rid myself of all bad association. Kripa Kori Amare Diben Alingan, the gentle Vaishnavas will favor and embrace me. Diben Alingan, they'll give me a big hug. They'll embrace me. Diben means will give, Alingan, a hug or embrace. Sparshya Vaishnava Deha E Durjanachar Anande Labhibe Kavi Satvika Vikar. Then when will this wicked and contemptible person, upon touching the transcendental body of a Vaishnav, blissfully experience the 8 Sattvika transformations? This is also reminding me, these last few verses here are reminding me of this article from my Param Gurudev, which we read before also, One must correctly identify a Vaishnav. Let me find it. It's just the last t couple paragraphs is all on this topic. Let me find it. Okay. So our Param Gurudev, he says, have we really made the Vaishnavas our own? The degree to which I've been able to make a Vaishnav my property and honor him can be measured by one criteria only: how indifferent or apathetic I have become towards non-Vaishnavas, realizing that they have no relation with me. We see in the song of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wants to be, he wants all these um, karmis and smartas and all these pundits and mayavadis and all these different karmis, gyanis, Krishna Dveshi, all these people, all these bahir mukjan. He wants them to have contempt for them and reject him. He wants to be hated by them. He wants them to shun his company. And then the Vaishnavas will see that I've rid myself of all bad association. I'm not, these are not my people. I am, because this whole song is praying, when will the Vaishnavas see me as one of their own? And they'll see me, oh, he's not theirs anymore. They hate him. This person has been rejected. He has nobody else but us. He's now one of our own. The Vaishnavas will take me into their association. So when will I see how indifferent it's our the way that we see that will actually become the property of the Vaishnavas, and that we're honoring the Vaishnavas. There's only one way to measure it. How indifferent or apathetic I've become towards non-Vaishnavas, realizing that they have no relation with me. Unless one is wholly indifferent towards non-Vaishnavas, that is, has no relationship with them at all, one has no hope of ever developing any sense of kinship with the Vaishnavas. You can't have a kinship with non-Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas, genuine kinship with the Vaishnavas at the same time. That doesn't mean that you all of a sudden like become a total jerk and like, you stop talking, like you start like dealing with your family members and like that, like they're like it doesn't mean that you, but it means in your heart. This is on a deep level. It doesn't mean that you just, yeah. Our conviction that the Vaishnavas belong to us develops in proportion to our feeling that non-Vaishnavas are outsiders. This is not mere talk. If I really wish to be related to the Vaishnavas, I must first renounce my attachment to non-Vaishnavas. If my mother, father, brothers, friends, and so-called close relatives become hostile to the service of the Vaishnavas and to the supreme conscious entity, then I will have to become wholly indifferent to them, regarding them as unrelated to me in any true sense. This includes my very own body and mind. My own body and mind. Well, even disregard, it's not just my family members and friends like that, but even my own body and mind. And we actually see in these songs of Bhaktivinoda Thakur how he has contempt for his body and mind in this song. So until I attain such determination, to think of the Vaishnavas as my property is nothing but deceit. A person cannot have possessiveness towards or kinship with the Vaishnavas while considering non-Vaishnavas to be related to him. The two are mutually contradictory. So considering me mad, the proud scholars and Mayavadi speculators will shun my company. Seeing that I have rid myself of all bad association, the gentle Vaishnavas will favor and embrace me. Then when will this wicked and contemptible person, upon touching the transcendental body of a Vaishnava, blissfully experience the 8 sattvika transformations? I see it is 8 o'clock, so I will end by... let's just read the translation for this. I'm not going to compare it. I'm just going to quickly read through. It will take 1 minute. Or 2 minutes. So this is the last song, and this song, we'll have to go over this song again because it's this song out of all of these songs, this song was like the one that always, I don't know. Let's just read it. When will my foolish mind forsake other thoughts and find a resting place at Sri Krishna's feet? When will I comprehend my own wretched state, that no one is as insignificant as I am? When will I offer pranam to even the Chandals and humbly beseech them for Krishna bhakti? How many days must pass before I feel compassion for all souls? Upon witnessing the distress of the living entities, tears will fall from my eyes. I shall journey to Vrindavan, crying all the while. I shall take refuge of the Vaishnavas in Vraj Dham. Standing before the Vrajvasis with folded hands, I shall inquire about the pastime places in a mood of supplication. Because the Vaishnava, the true Vrajvasis, those are who are filled with rag for Krishna. Because all the real residents of Vraj, all of Krishna's associates, are filled with this intense rag, this intense attachment for Krishna. And so, standing before these Vrajvasis with folded hands, I'll inquire about the pastime places in a mood of supplication. So, this refers to the Uttam Vaishnavas. O resident of Vraj, kindly take pity on me and show me where Sri Hari has enacted his pastimes. At that moment, a kind-hearted resident of Vraj will take me into the forest. He will say, "Look at this Kadamba forest where Rajendra Nandan performed Ras Leela. Oi Deko, look there at Nandagram, the residence of Nanda Maharaj. Oi Deko, Baladev Jata Koila Ras, look there at Ramghat where Baladev enacted his pastimes of Ras. Oi Deko, look over there at Chirghat where Krishna stole the clothes of the gopis. In this place, in Kadirvan, Bakasura was killed. In this manner, I, along with this resident of Vraj, will gaze upon all the pastime locations in Vrindavan with eyes full of longing. Satrishna Nayane, these eyes filled with thirst. At some point, I shall hear the sound of the Vangshi flute by the bank of the Yamuna and fall to the earth, senseless. To revive me, that compassionate resident of Vraj will chant, Krishna, Krishna, and make me drink water from his cupped palms. Hearing the names of Hari, I shall regain consciousness and continue roaming here and there with that Vraja resident. When will such an auspicious day be mine that I will do Madhukari? I will wander from door to door begging alms from the houses of the Vrajvasis. I shall drink my fill of Yamuna's water from my cupped hands. At night, I shall sleep in the doorway of a temple. When the time of my demise arrives, this material body will become a grand feast for all the aquatic creatures. In my perfected spiritual body, I will eternally reside at the feet of a Sakhi in her kunja and render service to precious Sri Krishna. This vile sinner presents this request. O Shri Janavat Devi, please bestow your mercy on me this time. Eshe pratana kore, e pamar char, Shri Janava more, doya koro e bar. Wow. All right, so that's our program for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol. Jai Shri Sachinandan Gaur Hari Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Vinod Bihari Ju Ki Jai, Shri Govinda Gopinath Madan Mohan Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shila Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Shila Param Gurudev Ki Jai, Jai Shila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Rupanu Gauriya Guru Varga ki jai, Swaparsha Shri Gaur Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopikan ki jai, Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki jai, Shri Tulsi Maharani Vrinda Devi ki jai, Jai Shri Shri Radha Madhav Ju ki jai, Jai Shri Shri Gaur Gadadhar Ju ki jai, Jai Shri Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. All the transcendental songs, all these Lalasa songs of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Jai Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Sarva Vrajavasi Gan ki jai. Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Samagata Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Vrindai Tulsi Devai Priyai Keshavashacha Krishna Bhakti Padadevi Sattvatai Namo Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Dandavat pranams. Nitai Mukesh ji, Sarveshwari Mataji, Rukmini Didi, Amal Krishna Prabhu, Krishna Premavati Didi, Deepika Didi, Anadi Krishna Prabhu, Nrihari Prabhu, and Pavatarani Mataji, and all the devotees watching on YouTube and Facebook. Let's see, Shripad Bhaktivedanta Sajan Maharaj, Rajakishwari Didi, Vidya Lalasa Didi, Ganga Mataji, and um, yes, and there's a Russian devotee here. I just see Russian letters, so I don't know what your name is, but Pranams Prabhu, whoever you are. He's saying tomorrow is Advaita Avirvav. Is it possible to say a few words about him? Of course. Tomorrow our full program will be about Advaita Acharya. I don't know what we'll read yet. Maybe we'll read from Srila Bhakti Vallabha Tirtha Goswami Maharaj from the book Sri Chaitanya and His Associates. And we can sing the Advaitashtakam and sing different songs about Advaita Acharya. Um, yeah, so that's tomorrow. Also, pranams to all the devotees watching in the future. Shachi Devi, Jai Devi Prabhu, Ananda Pradayani, Krishna Vallabha Didi, Vrinda Didi, Anuradha Mataji, Krishna Mai Didi, and everybody else. Dandavat pranams. So, yeah, that's our program for today. And you can see these songs are, um, even though many of these songs might not be our genuine aspiration, because a lot of these songs, these are the aspirations, especially when it's going into the specific services to the divine couple. Like these are the prayers of someone who is actually on the stage of Pav. But we when we sing these songs, we like if we sing these songs, these are not to be sung in public, and they have to be done very reverentially, very carefully, with a lot of honor. Praying to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, praying that these aren't my. We have to understand that these aren't actually my prayers, but these are the prayers that I'm aspiring to have. And if we do it in that way, and we go through them again and again, then like Manjulali Didi mentioned that example of when Narahari Seva Vigraha Prabhu, when he couldn't even digest water and he was vomiting anything that would go inside, he would vomit. And so then our Param Gurudev took him to the doctor, this Ayurvedic doctor in Kolkata, and the doctor told him to take a spoonful of ghee every day. And what? He can't even digest water. How can he take ghee? But the doctor said every day, if he takes ghee, then a little bit of ghee will like make an like go on the stomach, and it will stop this burning happening. And so every day he'll take just a little bit more will stick, and a little bit more will stick. And so with these prayers, if we sing them again and again, then these ultimately will become our real aspiration, and we won't want anything. We'll become devoid of all material designations, and all our material desires will go away, and this will be the only thing that we have, our only aspiration, and we'll genuinely. So that's why we look at these prayers, so that one day these will be, by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's mercy, by the mercy of our Guru Varga of the Vaishnavas, then these will be our prayers. So we'll end with that. And is there anything anybody wants to mention before we end the program for today? Okay, Dandavat Pranams. See you all tomorrow for Advaita Saptami. Haribol. Just looking one last time at the comments on YouTube, just in case somebody wrote something new. Okay.